Hello guys, it is the Gallant Gallade here, and today I'm going to be talking about one of the most anticipated games of 2015, and that is Star Wars Battlefront. Now, first off, I am very excited for this game. I am very excited to see what it can be. It sucks that they cut out the single player and that they cut out the space battles, but overall, I'm still excited to see what experience that this can bring, especially since they've confirmed that it's switched between first POV, third POV, and you would have kind of spec ops single player missions that you can do with your friends if you choose so. But I'm going to talk about just some things that I'm kind of worried about this game. Now, as most of you know, this game is being made by DICE, the same people who made the Battlefield series. Now, here is my main concern with this, because DICE, you can't make this like Battlefield. You just can't. And what I mean by that is that the big maps, the huge, gigantic maps that you have in Battlefield, you cannot do that in this game. The maps in Battlefront 1 and 2, even though they were a lot more limited on what they could do in that era of gaming on the PS2 and the original Xbox, even though they were a lot more limited, the maps were the perfect size for it. It was perfect. It was not too big, not too small. They got it just at that sweet spot. And that's something that you really have to get, because the gameplay itself isn't all that fast-paced. It just seemed that way because there wasn't a lot of running back and forth between spawns and battlefields in that game. And that's something that they really need to get right in this, is the map size, and they need to get the Jedis right as well. Now, I don't think that the Jedis should be a kill streak, and I don't think that they should be like a certain class that you can be, because then you'll just have a bunch of Jedis and a bunch of bounty hunters roaming across the map, and they're supposed to be a really, really just amazing thing that you get if you're the MVP on your team, if I remember that correctly. I think you got it only when you were the MVP on your team at that moment, and that is going to be a very key factor, because they're supposed to be like nearly unbeatable unless you work together to actually take them down. Now, when I say that this game needs to be different than Battlefield, I don't just mean for the maps, I mean in terms of everything. Because this game, Battlefield, you can't have that bullet lag like you do in Battlefield, where you have to aim in front of the person and calculate how far you have to aim in front of them with a sniper to shoot them and actually hit them. That's fine in Battlefield. I love that in Battlefield. That's Battlefield's thing. I enjoy it in Battlefield. I would not enjoy it in Battlefront. I mean, for God's sakes, they have laser rifles. Lasers usually travel at the speed of light. So, tell me, how would that work where you have to actually, it wouldn't hit them if you aimed right at them? Do they travel faster than the speed of light? Do people now travel faster than the speed of light? Now, another thing I'm worried about is the different classes, because as far as I know, I think they only took the era where it had the rebels and the clones, and that's it. As far as I know, you will not be able to play as droids. Now, that was a lot of the charm in the two Battlefront games, was that you were able to play as the droids. I loved being a droideka and being able to roll around and put up a shield for my teammates. In fact, that would have been amazing in this game. It would have implemented so much teamwork. But now that they don't have that, I'm very, very concerned that the classes are just going to be a copy and paste of different, here's a certain gun for this class, here's a certain gun for this class, go out and fight, have some interesting perks, just for you, have some, maybe one or two other guns for this class, I don't want this to be a regular shooter. I'm going to say that right now. I don't want it to be a generic Call of Duty Battlefield shooter. It needs to be as crazy as it was in, 2008 when it came out? I don't know when it came out, 2006? I don't know. But it needs to be its very own thing. And I'm very upset that I'm almost certain that DICE is not going to do that. And that's probably, now that I think about it, that's my biggest worry. I'm worried that they're just going to make it another shooter in the belt of this new generation. I'm worried that even though they've been working on it for so long, like they've been working on this for a long time, guys. They've been working on this since 2011, 2010, 2012, somewhere around there. So it's been a good few years, alright? Probably even before that, because that's just when they announced it. But if they just make this another generic shooter, like Battlefield or Call of Duty for this generation, then I'm going to be very upset, because this is something, this could be the first groundbreaking shooter that we have had in a long time. I'd say that we've had since, Gears of War? Because Gears of War, to my knowledge, is the last shooter that really implemented some really new and cool mechanics into it. Like the being able to roll around, and how easy it was to have just regular shotgun and sniper battles where it's anyone's game. And that's just the kind of new and original stuff that I'm looking for in this game. I don't want it to be like everything else. I don't. I want it to be something that we can call original, something that we can call even better than the first two games. But I'm really worried that that's not going to happen. And honestly, I think I might have preferred, a different company to have this game. Because with DICE's reputation with Battlefield Hardline, that could have been an amazing, amazing game. Like, it could have been its completely own thing, but they had to slap the Battlefield name on it and put it out there for sales. And I think that's part of the reason why DICE decided to kind of scoop up this series, is because everyone on the internet has been asking for a Battlefront 3 since the second one came out. And I think what they're trying to do is just sell it on the name, from what it sounds like. Because we've received no gameplay. We've received no gameplay, and this game is coming out this year. This year, they've been working on it for, 3-4 years, no gameplay so far. That's a little bit ridiculous. They could have at least given us just a demo. Not a public demo or anything like that, just a video of them showing off a demo of the game so that we could see how it plays. We could see if they've actually introduced some awesome new mechanics to the game, or what they've kept the same, what they did right, what they did wrong, so maybe we could give them feedback on what they can improve on. But that's probably why they haven't done that. Because whenever there's not gameplay of a game that's been in the workings for so long and that has so much hype over it, it's usually because they want to wait until the last minute that they absolutely have to show gameplay of it, because they know that people are not going to be ready to see it yet. It's not going to be ready to be viewed by the public. And if they've been working on this game for that long and it's not ready to be viewed by the public yet, then I'm extremely, extremely worried about this. But hey, those are just my thoughts on this game. If you guys have your thoughts of your own, leave them in the comment section. What am I saying? Of course you guys have thoughts of your own. You guys have your brains. But if you have thoughts on this game of your own, leave them in the comment section below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you really like this video and you want to see more by me, then hit that subscribe button. I will try to bring you videos as often as I can. I'll be bringing you a lot more videos in a few months, because that is when I'm getting my true setup, and then I'll be able to bring you a lot more gameplay videos and whatnot. But until then, boys, girls, ladies, gents, Jedi, Sith, clones, rebels, stormtroopers, those aren't two separate things. Be sure to stay gallant.